kind of a different introduction for me. I lost my introduction to some of the video footage, and if I just run that footage without an explanation, it's not going to make any sense. But I'm continuing to put blocking in the house, and there's weather coming in, so I'm not sure. You know, in this video, I'm trying to beat the weather, and I just kind of wanted to set this up so that the video makes sense. So I'm kind of filming this introduction after the fact. I mean, I already know whether I made it or not, but if you care to find out, I guess stay tuned and we'll run the video. Thank you. So when cutting blocking, you don't want to go out and you don't want to take your measurements out there. You want your measurements to be on this side, you know, one edge of the other. So you take your measurement here, and what I usually do is, well, we'll start down here. So I take this measurement, in this case it's 9 3/4, and then I write it on the joist, and I go right down and I do that, and then once I've written the measurement down on these joists, like we'll do this one, it's like 14 inches there. I'll just write it down, and then after a while, that's 14 inches as well. They won't all be 14 inches. Then I'll just grab a piece of wood, and you know, I'll go down and just write them all down. And then when I'll mark also the blocks after I cut them what they are, and then all I do is take that block, match it to the number that's right there on the joist, lay them out, and I come in, and then I'll move out to the middle, and I'll snap a center line, and then I'll put them all out there. So the middle will be the same as this end. You could do it from the other end as well, but might as well make it easy. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Okay, it's been a couple of days and we got a quick break in the weather. I'm racing because we're supposed to get some rain come in this afternoon, and then behind that there's going to be snow. They're thinking it may be along the coast out here. It may stay, kind of mixed precipitation. But anyway, I've got that last section of blocking to cut, and then I want to try to get this blocking in and get this done before the weather comes in. So that's what I'm doing today. And I've got my numbers written down for the other side. But it frosted heavy last night, and it's cold out here today. So I'm going to set this up with my numbers. I can just kind of barely see them. Hopefully the sun will melt this frost off. But I'm going to get set up and start cutting blocks. Alright, looks like this first one is 9.5. Then we got 14 inches, 14 inches, 14 1/8. So that's where we're going to start. That's what this is. 14 1/4. That's 13 15 16. Okay, so what I'm missing is 14 1/4. Okay, all the blocking is cut and the sun is still shining, so Now I've got to come and mark the centers of each of these bays. So 3 centers, 3 bays. I'll just measure side to side and then check it one way, check it the other. And I'll just set a screw in this end, mark down the other end, do the same thing, and snap some lines, except for where the root cellar is at the end of this bay, of course. We'll stop a little short of the very end. So it's not very complicated. Mark center, snap a line, start putting your blocks in. That'll keep these floor joists nice and stiff. Stiffen my floor. It's the proper way to do it. A lot of people leave that step out, and then they wonder why they got a bouncy floor. Don't leave that step out, would be my advice. So I guess we will get going here. Okay, so my chalk line was a little shy of this 40-foot length of the house, so instead of taking the time to reload my chalk line, since I got weather coming in, what I'm going to do is just use a string line. Run this down the center here. Okay, here's a little trick. If you run a string line and you don't want to cut your string and tie off a loop at the other end of it, especially when you need to tighten it, make a little loop like this, cross up here, kind of hold this, and then turn this around, 7 or 8 times, then on the other screw, and then if you pull the string this way and tighten it up, you can come back like this, pull, let go, and there you go. Tight as a guitar string. Unfortunately, I did not make it. It is starting to rain. The clouds came in. It's actually a freezing rain. I wouldn't be surprised if it turned to snow. Hopefully, the next few days it kind of breaks up, I think, because It's supposed to be done a little bit of break, and then another one that's coming in. That one they're saying most definitely looks like we may get some snow here in Maine. So I'm going to wrap up and head back inside, and we'll wait for another break in the weather and try to get it done again. I got, 2/3 of this one done, so not too bad. Unfortunately, as you can see, I did not make it. That storm came in. There was some stuff that happened off, screen off the video here was, I ran out here a couple times in between rainstorms and as it was getting colder and tried to do as much blocking as I could, but I just got beat by the weather, so I didn't make it this time. It's supposed to be getting a little bit of a cold snap here, and it's the holidays, so I think at this point I'm gonna just call it for the day. Maybe take a couple days off here, and then we'll get back at it. Hopefully it warms up a little bit more. So unfortunately, I didn't make it.